Hey, welcome in. We're talking about SEOs today with Aaron, Sherry, and we're going to go over how Aaron does SEOs. We're going to get your videos ranked to the top 10. Also, we're not doing the, hey, let's become friends, let's meet up, let's join up, let's hook up. We're not doing any of that kind of garbage. This is how to actually make content, create content, market your content, put it out for other YouTubers and content creators to view, and actually make your channel healthy and grow the correct way without any of this let's be friends garbage that doesn't work. You don't get views, they don't stick around, and they unsub, and that's just not the right way of doing business as far as I'm concerned. And I would probably suspect the other two people on the panel here would be the same way and feel the same as I do. So without any further ado, and with no more delay, I give you Aaron today.
What? Okay, first question is, what is SEO? SEO is a search engine optimization. So what that means in layman's terms is we're going to come up with phrases that will help you get noticed in YouTube. That's pretty much the basics of it.
Right. So when you see videos out there that are ranked with 1 million views and they're ranked 1 or 2 or even 3, it's not just always the views that get those videos ranked really high. That helps. But to start it off, the SEOs are how that video gets found out in the second most powerful search engine in the planet. That's what we're talking about today.
The top 2, YouTube and Google.
That is correct.
And because they are both owned by the same company, you might want to learn how to do this.
Sherry's
RVers live. It's good cake too. You're just jealous.
It's chocolate.
We got the East Coast, the West Coast, and the Midwest. Look at that. We got everything covered.
We do. And we have this amazing
you're going to be east.
I'm moving east.
You're moving east.
Okay, so Sherry just did a premiere over there at RV Weekends, and it was awesome. If you haven't seen it, I highly recommend it. Aaron, why don't you pull up her premiere, and let's look and see what the scores are and how she did ranking her video.
Aaron's the look on his face.
I'm doing what?
On the fly.
I don't have the internet strength to do this, or I'd pull it all up.
We're just happy you got pants on.
Very.
That's a big part of it.
Let me go to my history. Yeah, you don't want to hear me. 32 views.
It just went live.
Yeah.
About 10 minutes ago. Am I still here?
I hope so.
You're still here.
Well, you got 33 views now.
Thank you, Aaron.
You're welcome. So, you're going to...
I think he's frozen.
This is going to be a long night.
Yep, he's frozen. So I guess neither one of us can do it.
Gone.
He's back.
Yay. Kind of. Hey, looks like we got Van Vita in here. Hello, hello.
Where? There she is.
Yeah, I'm watching. Yeah, it's the delay. Actually, StreamYard is delayed, not YouTube.
Well, now that he's gone, this is going to be fun. So
we can talk about him.
The top ones that you got for your video tags were GDRV for life was number 8. Number 10 was 10 RV gadgets, so 10 for 10. Stinky Slinky, number 8. Number 26 is RV lights. Number 18 was best shower caddy. And then number 22 was happy ever hacks. And that's what the ones you've had quite a few of them. I would show them, of course, but I don't have the power. So you have a Grand Design?
I do have a Grand Design.
Okay. Because that was one of your keywords. The one that I like to use, believe it or not, is put in Camping World. Because everybody searches for that phrase. I don't know why.
And I think I did that because you said that.
I don't see one here. It's not in there.
Oh, I did. It must have done it on my other one.
Because you can set those up so they automatically populate every time, right? It's part of one of your features.
Some of those are automatic, and then some of those I don't. I added.
Because RV Living is one. You've got that one. RV Life is in there.
Yeah. And
one of the easiest ways to do that is just go into the search engine and type in 10 RV and get GAD gadgets. And you can just type that in there and it'll say, and then you can add other words to it. That's one of the easiest ways to get your video tags. I don't know if you knew that. It's just do a search inside of YouTube. And sometimes that'll give you a regenerating list of ones that you can use. Hey, there's my screen. There's my screen. So that's what we were talking about earlier was the video tags that you had here. So as a list, and it doesn't put them in order by number. It just puts them in by how they come up on your tags. And then if we could go into TubeBuddy, you can actually sort it so that the number 1 or number 8 in this case, the 2 8s would match up, and then the 18, and it'd put them in order for you. So that it makes it easier for the search engine to find those titles.
Okay.
I'd show you, but I don't have access to your account. Because here's all the tags, and then here's the tags commented. And then, like it says here in the suggestion portion, which also helps out.
So now that I get your screen back up, Aaron, do you want to start from scratch? Sorry to interrupt.
No, you're fine. We were talking about it anyway. I just went through the numbers down here where it says video tags, and then it gives the number indication. That's your ranking number. And that's what I was explaining, that the ones that have the numbers beside them are the ones that are ranked inside the YouTube search. And that's coming from vidIQ.
Okay.
So I've got the vidIQ for the free one on there, and then here's the other one for TubeBuddy. Or actually, TubeBuddy. And it gives you all of the schematics. You can go through social. You can go, here's the SEO. If I can get it to come up. Your SEO score was 60.1, which is actually pretty high. They want it a lot closer to 70, but you're right there. Your word index is listed here, and you have 2 end screens, 146.9 words per minute. You were talking, that's just speed at which you were talking, I thought. And then you have this many description links. So that helps to break it down. vidIQ said that it was 15 out of 100, and you got TubeBuddy saying something else. It's weird.
Yeah, they never seem to match.
No, they don't.
There.
But if you go up here to the practices, it'll tell you which ones you need to help with. Comment with a heart on one of them. I usually, like I said, I always comment to every single one of them. Thank you for watching my video. Thank you for stopping by watching a video and leaving a comment.
All right, and then the comment pinned.
And that's where you come over to the one over here on the side, these 3 dots. You click on it, and then there should be one that says pin this comment. And what I usually do is I've got a standard phrase that I use. It says, if you like this video, go ahead and share it with your Facebook or other social media. It gives it the link. If you'd like to see another RV-related topic, go ahead and subscribe to my channel so you can get all the updated information, blah, blah, blah. So it's another link to subscribe. So that's another means
Okay.
that every video that you can get somebody to subscribe. So you got the one at the top, you got the ones in the video, and then you got them down in the remarks section. So if somebody likes it, they can just scroll down and poof, there you go. You got another one. But we're trying to concentrate
Nelly
on.
is in here too.
Hi, Nelly.
And I think Drew is frozen.
He probably is. That's why he wanted me to just talk. And I'm like, oh, okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go over and I'll show you the last video I did. And
Okay.
if that way it's easier. I'm not
Yeah,
giving up
you can get in there and see it.
I can actually show you if this thing will load. Because I'm just going to bring up the last video I did, which was on that better way to install the bug screens. And these are the keywords that I used. And it's going to take a second. And none of them, according to this, are ranked. Oh, there they go. Now it's starting to populate. See the blue ones?
Mm-hmm.
That's actually vidIQ, and the green ones are the TubeBuddy. So if you look down this, you got 1, 1, 4, 3, 1, 2. I mean, 2, 3, 7, 8. But that function I was telling you about.
Scroll down. It's not showing that.
Which one?
Right now, I'm just seeing your TubeBuddy total lifetime.
Because I've switched over.
I saw it and then it flipped off.
Oh, it's because I'm on the wrong. How to Windows opened, I don't know. Oh well, we'll do it over.
I saw it for a second.
It opened another screen. I don't know why. Now you can see it probably. And there's my puppy talking. So that's how it's ranked. You can see the one, and then the other one will pop up here. So one's vidIQ, and the other one, this one's vidIQ, because if I hover over, it'll tell me who it is. It won't do it because now I want it to. So vidIQ, there's the total score, and then you got 1 and 3 and 2 and 3. Now, if you scroll down a little bit further, see where it says sort. So
no,
if I
we're
click
not seeing
on that. What did it do? Open another window? Why does it keep doing that? And of course, he's not here to.
Yeah.
Is it going to open another screen? Yes, it is. So it's only letting me show one screen, and that just happens to be whichever one it is. And then it won't let me force it. Well, we could fix that. So I can take this, copy. Hopefully I can do that.
Oh, copy and paste it in there.
Is it working? Is it coming through? Yay!
Yep, it's working.
All right. All right. So we'll go over here and edit it. And hopefully it'll still show. I'm going to switch over and look. So that was my recent video. And down here at the bottom, like I said, you can see it populates the score for that particular phrase. This one's at 1, 3, 2, 3, 7. And if you go down here and it says tools, you can sort it. And what that's going to do is sort your rankings up here. So it's easier to get them noticed. And you'll see 1, 2, 3, 4.
Oh, okay.
Through that, and you click and apply it. And when it refreshes, because it should, it'll come down here and fill it in according to the TubeBuddy rankings 1, 3, 3, 7. So that's a little helpful tool to help do that. So
I didn't know about that.
The SEO score, vidIQ score for mine is 68.71. So if I'm going to save that. You want it in green. That's the goal anyway. So what I usually do is I go over my TubeBuddy and I open. That's not TubeBuddy. That's the other one I was beta testing.
Well, now, yeah, we're looking at TubeBuddy and vidIQ.
So what did I get for a milestone? Oh, okay.
Ooh.
Killed my 11,000. You go over here to where it says, see, open up TubeBuddy and you go to SEO Studio.
Okay.
And then you can do your keywords finds here, or you can do it for the video that's up here. So if I click that one, you can start looking for tags. You can look at other videos you've done, find keywords, and this will help you to build it.
Okay.
No, now it went to another one. Now it's trying to give me feedback. I don't want feedback. And I thought he was going to be here to help.
I'm calling the cable provider tomorrow. This is ridiculous. Keep going. You're doing great.
It's hard to when I don't have the screen share capabilities. What's this opening?
Yeah, it kept popping up in other screens.
Yeah, it's only working in the one screen, so I was like, okay, never done this before. And now it keeps bringing up that video. Oh, well. So you put in the same thing I did. Oh, just take the title you're going to use. I'll just do it this way. The better way to install RV bug screens. And you hit start. So you start that. That's your keyword that you're looking for. And what this does is it goes through your title, your description, and see everything that's highlighted. That's everything that says bug screens. And then it gives you these things that you can do to improve that score inside your SEO. Like this one where it's an X and this one is an X. And 60 character titles. The first 60 characters should have the same thing as we're doing bug screens. So you can see how many times bug screens, bug, install, bug, install. And it goes all the way through your description to find those keywords and how many times it's used. And that's what they want in the title of your video. They want you to have it in the first 60 characters. And it is.
Did you get Will Nelly's question?
I haven't flipped back over because I'm...
Okay. So Will Nelly asked you, she asked, we're looking at vidIQ. This is vidIQ, and no, this is TubeBuddy.
This is TubeBuddy. And you can tell by it's the little TB up in the corner where it says SEO Studio Beta. It's got the TB, that's TubeBuddy up in the corner. So it's right up here, Allie. I don't use vidIQ, but Drew does.
I use both.
And I just use this one because it's been working for me, so I'm not going to change it. It is something new that they've tried. So once you get this down to where it's within what your limits are or the suggestions, I'm only missing 2. Then you just move on to the next step, which is your tags. And this goes through and helps you find tags, but you want something that deals with the topic you're looking at. So with this one, with a better way to install RV bug covers, best bug cover screens for RVs, RV flying insect screens. I mean, things that are related to the same topic that people are going to be looking for search terms. That's what we're trying to maximize here. And that all goes back to where I showed you where mine got ranked. There's a few that are below, but this gives you the idea of where did they come from. And then it goes to the next thing, and it goes to your thumbnail, and it analyzes your thumbnail. And then here it gives you other thumbnails, because it's got mine, I'm competing against myself, other videos and what their thumbnails look like. So that'll give you an idea on how to do your own video. And look at that. There's my own video on installing bug screens. Wonder how that happened. But again, this gives you...
Is this the free version or is this a paid version?
This is a paid version. This is the next step up. The next level up. I don't remember what it is.
Okay.
Oh, look, there's honey in me.
Yeah. But this gives you ideas for doing your thumbnails based off your keyword search, which, I mean, if you went through and looked at those, I'm not trying to pat myself on the back, but Mine definitely compete with the other pictures that are there. Just a blank one. I don't even know what that is in his hand here.
Yeah. So Will Nelly said when she went in to install TubeBuddy, they wanted permission to be able to delete videos and other stuff, so she didn't install it.
They do a lot of add-ons. TubeBuddy has got a where you can do thumbnails. You have to go to their super ultra paid version, but it can go in there and it can take 2 different thumbnails and it can run it for you, and it'll tell you which one's outperforming which one and which one's the best one to use. And that's part of that because they've got to have access to it so they can manipulate that data to look at different things. And it also shows you your data, but we're not doing a thing on TubeBuddy versus the other one.
Right.
I'm trying to help with the SEO, and that's what this is a beta version of it, and I do believe it's in the free. So this will help you help you build a title and description, help you build your tags, which is what it's all based off of, and then it gives you suggestions to do with your thumbnail, which helps with selling the video. So you're getting the visual and you're getting the titles and keyword searches. And then when you're all done with this whole thing, you can apply it to the video and it helps to build up your SEO score. I could come in here and polish this up some more to include the target word in the first 200 characters of the description and then get this up higher. But this gives you the best ways to improve your score so that you get the most itemized way of getting your SEO up. So it gives you step-by-step clues on what else you can do to make it better.
Do one of mine, Aaron. One of my Great Dane versus water.
I can't go into yours because it's under your login.
Studio.
That's why I went to one of mine because.
But you can go in. You can look at what my score is through TubeBuddy. If you bring up that video, right, and you can see what the score is.
But it'll just show the ranking. It's not going to show all of the description. It'll show you can go into the description and look at it, but it's not going to show all this stuff, this key information that when somebody builds their SEO. I mean, it'll give me the basic scores. I can't do it.
I've never done this the way that you're doing it. I do it older school.
Well, this is something new. That's why I'm showing it.
So
it's beta.
Do it. Can you do another one from scratch?
Start a new video?
Well, I mean, not a new video.
Pull it out.
Pull out a new video, Aaron. Damn it, upload something.
No.
Real quick.
I don't like putting up stuff unless it's been polished a few times.
Just pick one of your other videos and like it was from scratch. That whole builder thing, so people can see that again.
All right, so I'd have to go back. I don't know if it's going to let me. I've got a couple that I've never even released. We can do one of those.
The problem is, peeps, is I'm having internet connections, or else I'd be going through and doing some of this stuff with you as well.
Where's one of the ones that I didn't release? This one. So we'll go ahead and do this one. But this is a hard one to do. Any of your travel stuff is really hard to do. Like this we'll use as an example, but I haven't even filled any of this in. I haven't even made an effort.
Yeah, but let's see will TubeBuddy fill that stuff in?
We can try it.
And then you still don't have to publish it.
No, I'm not going to because that's been a long time ago. I started doing these travel videos and nobody watched them. I lost too many people trying to get it to work, so I quit doing them. I hate that thing.
They're hard to do.
So let's go over to the SEO extension, SEO Studio. And I grab the phrase that I'm using, our adventures to Rapid City. I'm going to go ahead and put that in here and hit start. So it's going to bring up the video and it's going to show you that just by putting that in, I'm at 43%. That's not having any description whatsoever. This is what we're using for the description of the video. It's full-time RV adventure in Rapid City. So if I put this and come down here and add it to the description, going to ping it again. But they want it in, let's see, include the target name in your title. It is. Include 80% of your target keyword in the title. It is. Include your target keyword in the first 60 characters of your title. I don't know why that one's flagged, but if you go over here and hit the question mark and hover over it, it tells you that YouTube weighs keywords closer to the beginning of the title more than words at the end of the title. So include the target keyword up front. Okay, so we'll just get rid of our, and that might fix that. And it backed it up. Include in naturally in the title. And see, this is where I always go and do something completely different. When I'm doing titles, I like, but we're talking about SEO, but I'm going to still go down this rabbit hole, but you won't be able to see it. Dang it. I go to
Hey, Sue.
I go to a title generator that's free online. And it gives you catchy things for your titles of your videos. And
I've never seen it. I've never even heard of a title generator.
Okay, let me thumbnails. Military, where is it?
So I spend hours and hours putting in titles on YouTube in the search to find the maximum amount of what SEO is for that title. What's the best searchability? Not only in TubeBuddy, but I'm also comparing it with vidIQ. That's how come I always rank so high, because I spend a ton of time putting in that legwork.
Okay, so this is a title generator. It's at titlegenerator.com. And if you're doing a video on greyhounds, you could type in greyhounds in here, and now it's going to come through and it's going to create some titles for you. And it tells you to go down and pick two that you like. This is something used for something else. It's probably used for newspaper articles and stuff like that. How to make a greyhound look like $1 million. 3 ways you can renovate a greyhound without looking like an amateur. I mean, these are not exactly on topic, but I just pulled something out of the air. Being a star in industry as in greyhounds. 5 brilliant ways to use greyhounds. I mean, if that, or yeah, 5 brilliant ways to use RV whatever, RV toilet paper. It's just this helps you to come up with titles for your videos that are catchy and interesting. That's why I go to this.
It also gives you ideas on what to do videos on.
Right.
Mm-hmm. That's what I was just thinking.
That way you've got, what is it? Let's see. I don't know. It's still going to 300 different ideas. 10 warning signs your greyhound is whatever. Why greyhounds succeed. I mean, there's 300 different titles just by putting in greyhound. So if you can't find something in there for your video title, then you could take this, and if I want to use, let's just go, how to start a greyhound for less than $100. Okay, well, let's see how that ranks. I can copy this. I can go back up to TubeBuddy.
See, I go into the search bar of YouTube.
You can do it that way too. I'm just trying to come up with creative titles.
Right.
And
man, I just looked up some cool things.
So if I go back to YouTube, and that one I did for $100, we can compare that to how many other people have done videos that way.
Right.
Something that's in the topic, like mine, when I said that's where I came up with it, was I went through there and it was like, oh, that makes sense. That works with what I'm trying to do. And when you do searchability for it, 10 facts about greyhounds, but you don't see the same title, how to start a business for $100 or less, how to start a business, but it's not the same title. This is all business stuff. They got one that comes up with greyhound. So to me, that's a winner. I mean, you're looking for something that nobody else has done before. If you went in and said greyhounds, you're going to find a ton of them. But if you start, that's what you're trying to optimize for, is creative search patterns. How to make a doghouse for less than $100.
So put in that
So you want a
search.
title that's completely unique,
Yes,
right?
as much unique as you can get
Okay.
it.
So
But
drop that.
related to the topic. So
Aaron,
if I
drop
put,
that. Sorry. Go ahead.
but see, I just don't like this because it doesn't give me the total number of searches anymore like it used to. It used to say right under here that it was like 450 out of 500 search items. It doesn't
Right.
give
So
you the numbers anymore.
I'm trying to get you there. Drop it into the search engine in YouTube.
That's what I just did.
I can't read it; it's so small. And then hit search.
I did.
See, mine
You
comes up
can't
totally
see that
different.
screen.
Mine comes up totally
I'll
different
do-
when I do that screen. Hang on, let me see.
No, that's why. Because I'm on that shared screen again.
Let me
Yeah.
try something real quick.
Here.
Hopefully, I don't know if I can do it or not. I don't
There
know
you
if I
go.
can- What?
Search results for greyhounds.
Yeah, there you go. That's it. That's the screen I want to see.
But it doesn't tell you the number. How many of them are there? If there's if there's 4 million of those under greyhound, why would you want to just put greyhound in the title?
It does, though. It does tell you. If you get that white box, get rid of that white box.
That's a beta I'm doing. I'm not getting rid of the white box.
Okay, right here. You see right there where it says "very good."
Yep.
If you click on keyword or weighted right in there at the top up here.
Unweighted.
Yeah, click on
keyword stats.
that. Yeah, there you go. It'll tell you what the search results are right there. If you click on weighted and unweighted for your channel, it'll tell you.
That's a lot.
Wow.
You froze again.
Now, what's the difference between the weighted and the unweighted?
Weighted is against your videos that you've put out, how you're going to do. Unweighted is against everybody else.
Okay.
But this is probably how you do it.
That's really good. Look at. You see how it's all in the yellow and the greens and stuff? Hit that title. I don't know if I froze or not.
I don't even know what you said.
So it looks good according to that because it's in yellow and green, which is what throws me because there's a million of them. It's not unique.
Yeah, but if you just type in RV living, look at this score. It's going to tank it.
Oh yeah.
Because there's so much competition. There's 11.2 million results, search results in YouTube just for that keyword. And the monthly search is 128K. So let's look at the one that you just did. What are those? Top 10 gadgets?
Yep.
So top 10 RV gadgets. That's what it was. And if we explore it, $420K, and it's still ranking it fair. So if we go over to weighted, you're very good. Unweighted, it's fair. See that? If we go over to results, this will show you all of the videos that have RV gadgets. I have 2 of those. But mine,
take them down.
Mine aren't even right. You guys are right there. You're within the top 11 or top 12. See it?
Okay.
So you did better on that than I did on mine, but mine is like 5 years old or 4 years old. Yeah, it's not even on the list. So you did fine. I mean, that's impressive. And look at some of the names you're up here with.
Yeah. Well, this was the first time I've really played with really searching out the tags and.
I mean, I got to the point where I would pull up a Excel spreadsheet and I would actually write down all these numbers, all of this, and I would try and find the best fit for the video.
That's what I'm doing right now.
I was going into the weeds really far for each video to try and get the most optimization as possible.
Mm-hmm.
It helps.
Now, why does it sometimes change when I'm putting the tags in there? It's giving me one score, and then I might go back a couple hours later and look at it, and the score is different.
Based off the viewing of that day, because that's where you go over to this trending tab, and you won't see because it's returned the results comes back after 15 minutes. So after 15 minutes, it refreshes based off of what the algorithm is doing right now.
All right, well, that's helpful because I was wondering. Yeah.
Is this helping people out?
I don't know. I can't see StreamYard at all. So.
Well, I can read the comments, but I mean, this is exactly how I do it and how Aaron does it. We have 4 people in here, counting us, so 1.
But that's basically how I do it. I mean, the easiest way to do this without spending any money and not getting on TubeBuddy, just go through here and go Greyhounds and go A, and see what comes up, and then go Greyhounds B, and it'll show Greyhound bands, barking, and you just go on from there. See, if it comes up in the top of the list, that means it's something that people are actually searching for. If you want to sit here all day long,
Drew, did you see my thing? My video is ranked 11.
That's awesome.
Yeah.
You want to try and get in the top 10. That's where you want to be. Now you can do that here on YouTube that way. You can also go into Google and do the same thing in Google, because Google and YouTube are different, but Google searches will translate over into YouTube searches.
What he's talking about is to go here, and we'll use that same phrase. You can't because it's got Greyhounds again. So we'll go back to Greyhounds. That's what we're using. And I can't spell it, but that's all right. It'll fix it for me. That's what I love about this. So Greyhounds. And if you come down here to the bottom, it's going to give you a suggested list of topics, like right here: Greyhounds for sale, Greyhound puppies, Greyhounds for sale, Greyhound rescue, Greyhound adoptions, Greyhound shed, Greyhound racing. So right there is a list of potential word searches that you could use again for your video. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 of them.
And keyword phrases for
people.
That's what people are searching for.
Yes. And that's the top results as of right now on Google. So you've got one option inside of YouTube, and then you've got another option inside of Google, which A and B, they're owned by the same company, so their search engine is the same. It's right there in front of you. And you didn't have to do anything. It didn't cost you anything.
It was free.
Type in your phrase, and you put it in there.
The other thing that TubeBuddy does, which I really, really, really like, is I can go over to one of Aaron's videos and click on it, and it will tell me his tags that he used, not only for his channel, but it will tell me for the video, and it will tell me what tags were actually ranked in that video, and it'll give me a score of how his video is performing.
Yes. And it also gives you, even better, a copy button to copy those tags and to take them over to your video and plop them in and delete out the ones that don't have a score. So think about that again.
Now, I did do that. I did look up RV must-haves, and I pulled up a big channel, and I looked at their tags, and I did pull some of their tags and put them on mine.
Yep. And that's what everybody does. So you're not really.
That's fine.
Yes. And I do the same thing. Because
I saw their score.
Yeah. Bill Gates made $1 million out of doing the same thing, taking somebody else's idea and making it his own. So why can't you?
Right. There's no. I mean,
sure that.
In the end, we're all trying to get stuff, and we're competing. It's just
we're competing against each other, but I'm gonna stop.
I want to rank my videos really tall. I want to get up there in the top 10, and I usually do that. What Boomer the other night was looking up 2 of my videos, and they ranked within the top 7, and they're brand new videos. This is how I do it. This is how Aaron does it. This is what we do.
Like I said before, it gets really tricky when you're working with those travel videos and you're typing in South Dakota and you're competing against everybody who ever been to South Dakota that shot a video while they were there. So now you got to get creative with your titles to make people want to come in and watch that video and not just kind of another South Dakota video. You got to pull them in. And how do you do that? You do that with your keyword searches.
Right.
Your keyword searches and your thumbnail is what's going to help to engage more viewers, and that's why it's important.
And open-ended questions.
Open questions. And that goes for the same thing when replying to other people the comments back to your video.
Which helps with your SEO. So don't be afraid to introduce a little bit of drama into your titles sometimes too. Bugs taste like crap in South Dakota, but I got to click on that to see what's going on. Guess what I ate in South Dakota?
And it's a picture of a bug. What's that about?
Something like that will help.
I ate gnats yesterday. Does that count?
I just wouldn't put a fake title in of something you didn't really do.
Well, it's got to relate to something inside the video. Yeah. You don't want to clickbait it with, I'm sorry, no offense, Sherry, boobs. I don't know why, but that you look at enough thumbnails and there are boobs on it, and everybody wants to. Oh, I wonder what that is.
You won't see them on mine.
Here's the other thing.
I'm not asking you either.
I'm not touching that with his bowl. The other thing is,
I agree with you.
In the video, say your title in the video. And the reason why I'm telling you to do that is because Aaron's about ready to give another class on how he does, what do you call it? The I can't hear videos where the words come up. Closed captioning.
Oh, the closed captioning.
If you put the title in the video and say it when you're doing closed captioning, guess what pops up? The title. Guess what's searchable? The title.
The title.
The title is now embedded into the video.
But that's what I always do I always do that in the opening of in this video, we're going to talk about blah, 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 blah. And they know right from the start that's what you're talking about. Today we're going to talk about green apples versus red apples. And we'll be right back. And there you go. And then I go right into the next thing.
And you're holding an orange when you come back in.
And then they're wondering why.
So that's huge. And Aaron's got a way of putting in the closed caption stuff and says it's really easy. I have yet to figure this out.
You have to do it. You have to do it before the video gets released. So while you're on hold, you can go over and press. It'll come up as one of those items, the tasks that you need to do, and closed caption is one of them. It'll take you over there. You create a new English version, and it will automatically populate it for you. And all you do is edit it, and poof, you got closed captioning.
You got to show us how to do that, brother, because I
tried. I saw that, and I tried to do it, and it came up the English. I clicked the check button, and then from there I was lost.
That's where they want you to upload your transcripts, and I usually let it do it automatically.
So here it is. Next week, Sunday, 5 o'clock, tell your friends, tell your sisters, tell your cousins. If you're dating your sister, bring her. Come at 5 o'clock, RVers Live. We're going to teach you how to put closed captioning
in your video.
Your videos. That's next weekend, next Sunday at what time? 5 West Coast time. Come on, tell everybody. Share this out. I dare you. I double dog dare you to share this out.
We got to work on your thumbnails, though.
Mine?
Yeah. It's too wordy.
Look at that. See, I'm in the
too wordy.
He's like, blah. Look, he froze.
And then you got to work on your SEO for this.
Here, but we're going to work on my internet speed too, because I'm at home.
Well, that's beating somebody, and I can't help you there.
Yeah, no, I get it. Anybody have any questions? Does anybody want to come up? Do we want to do it You know what? Let's do a channel review real quick. We have 15 minutes left. Let's just throw out a channel review at the last 15 minutes. What do you think, Aaron? Just real
That's
quick.
fine.
One channel. So go ahead and let's. Who wants to? Out of the three people that are here, or 2 people that are here on the channel, which 2 people want a channel review? Type 1 into the.
Whoa, Nelly.
Okay, let's
said
do Will
me.
Nelly. Okay.
Me? Question mark?
Now, here's the caveat to this. We're going to be honest, Will Nelly. We're not trying to hurt your feelings, but in order for us to tell you what's wrong, we got to get down dirty and deep into the weeds about how to do this stuff. And we're not trying to bag on you. We're not trying to pick on you. And constructive criticism, it's all to make you a better YouTuber and a better channel.
We love you.
Just, okay. Okay. Aaron, go ahead and, I can't do it. I don't have the speed.
Oh,
I think you can share stuff.
Ugh.
I know it.
Sorry, I'm eating cake.
It's all right. Just remember to bring some when you see you next.
Somebody's eating something out of the fridge. Look how big your fridge is.
This side, but there you go. That's it. I'm sure she'd be happy. I don't know why I'm getting an echo today. Ugh. I wish you would have told me this ahead of time. I would have had all this ready to go.
I got a basket.
There it is. Got 93 videos and have 696 subscribers.
Can you share out the screen?
I can. I'm just talking about it while I'm...
Okay. No, I didn't know if you needed permissions.
Chrome. There it is.
Oh, cool. It's made in America.
You got it? There it is. So, lifetime 38.9K views. You have a total of 93 videos. In the last 30 days, you've gotten 2K views and you've uploaded 4 videos. That's actually a good ratio. That way, the first thing I always do, and everybody hates me for it, is I go here. We're all about adventure and living that goes with traveling.
That doesn't tell me a lot.
Yeah, give me some more details and some more information. That, to me, that's a little light. If you want an example, you can go over and look at mine. You can go over and look at Drew's. It'll give you some more ideas on what you can use for that description, or you can copy that and wordsmith it and have your own from just about any other YouTube creator out there. But this gives me the general information about what your YouTube channel is about and the reason why I want to come here and watch. People will argue with the point with me, but when you start getting a little bit bigger and people want you to do product reviews, this is the first place they're going to come to, and the first thing they're going to read is that you're all about adventures and living life on the go and travels. So I would elaborate a little bit more on that, and I think that would help you out immensely. Any other feedback?
Yeah, the other thing I would do is, and this is where I get into it with people, on this and the about, I try and make it not about me. It's about who is going to be watching this videos and who's going to be watching this. So I use a lot of we's, yous, us, thems, and incorporate everybody instead of just me, I want to incorporate everybody who's coming into this page as part of my family, and they can embrace what we're doing together.
What value you're going to receive while watching this from this YouTube channel? Agree.
So that's all I got really about that. I would put, that's where a great place to put your social media tags in is right there. Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, website.
She doesn't have any of those up here. Doesn't even have the subscribe button at the top. And that's one thing I would I would put that subscribe as a link that goes right straight to your account. That way they've got someplace to go right away, watch one of your videos and, hey, I like this. I can click subscribe right there. Or like I said in the video link. She's right here. She's right here. So let's go over and look at some of your thumbnails. And I know we've talked in length about this many times. So let's go down and look at a couple of her first ones. That's where I always like to start. And just in typical fashion, like we all do, we just upload a picture, or it's automatically generated for us. So if you go down through here and look, this one's a little hard to read, but because of the multi things. And then you got a little wordy, and then you got a little more wordy. And small, the fonts. And then we go back up here and you can definitely see the change from in about a year ago. We started adding borders, the Whidbey Island. Oh wow, that's Fort Casey. Anyway, not that I've ever been there.
I like the border.
The which one?
I like having the borders around it.
It helps to make it pop. I don't particularly like to use the wood grain, but if that's what works for you, then great. I like to have it pop in colors, like a yellow, an orange, a blue, a red, and it helps to really pop it, single out your video a little bit more. But the wood isn't bad. And then you're consistently using the same font throughout all of the thumbnails, which is very helpful to building that brand for yourself. This one here, I don't like the fact that it's covering faces, because that's one of the things that YouTube says that you need to do. If you're going to have eyes, they want to see your eyes. And if you try and cover them up, then that's not helping you out. So that one. But overall, you have come a long way with your thumbnails. And if you haven't watched this video, you need to go over and watch it today. I don't know why I'm saying that. That guy's really smart sometimes. Yeah, I don't know. Well, I got 117 views. That's hard to believe. But that was a really good interview. She did one of the best interviews I've ever had. She had some glitches with some of the stuff that went on, but I really enjoyed her interview. But other than that, you would need to work on getting some of your fonts a little bit bigger, because people on their cell phones cannot see this one on Courtside. They can't really read that. So if it was bolder, you could see it a lot better.
The red kind of gets lost in the background there.
Because it's being off-shadowed by the flag being red. So I would have gone with like a yellow or even a lighter blue.
Not bad though. They look good. You can go two ways with thumbnails. You can go no words whatsoever and just let the picture do the talking and the description, or you can go with very little words. I would 3 to 5 words on a thumbnail, and I would definitely avoid the bottom right-hand corner, which looks like you're doing. And faces. YouTube loves faces for some reason. They love the eyes. That's what I would do.
But it's consistent. She's very consistent with them. Like I said, that's why I like to start at the bottom and work my way up, because you can see how the style changes as they progress through YouTube.
Right.
Your latest one, 2 years, and you can see the definite growth as she improved. So I like that. And then, well, Papa Drew's favorite, one of his favorites. Playlists. And I don't see any. From the beginning, Luma. See, this is very important, and you've got to break your stuff into different titles. I wish I could go over and show you mine. Actually, I probably could.
I can. My playlists are up.
Okay. Papa Drew has a really good examples of that.
Probably
The
do
one that
Jim.
I agree with what he said, and I took that same advice from him, is to create one that says all. That way, if somebody wants to go run your playlist, they can go right over to all playlist and they can watch every single video that you've produced. And then break them down by like your adventures and how-tos. If you got stuff about RVs, put those in its own category so people can search for those. Go into your playlist and watch your list regarding those topics. So it's like
See,
an index library of your own stuff.
There you go. There you go, Aaron. Just
And-
like that. See how my playlist looks like, what it looks like? I have campground reviews, 32 of them. I have all Papa Drew's
Well, they changed
videos,
the format.
182. And then the
And
dog.
do you have a description on your playlist too, Papa Drew?
Do I have what?
Have a description on your playlist.
Yeah, it's underneath. It says, like right here, it says Cleo the Great Dane. So you know that's going to be all videos about Cleo, RV tours and interviews. You know I'm doing interviews right there. All my live stream stuff is right here. My drone footage is right here. Campground reviews, RV tips, attempting to cook with Papa Drew. It's all put into certain buckets. And here's the other thing about playlists. Some of the playlists, you can tag your videos or your live streams into different buckets. So all of Papa Drew's is a bucket I always tag.
Click on yours, view full playlist for one of your playlists.
Click on my which one playlist?
Just pick one.
Click on just any of them and pick view. Just click on where it says view playlist on any of them.
Okay.
The description over there to the left is what I'm talking about.
Right here, Cleo the Great Dane. So
No,
you know
go down. It says no description.
There you go.
Oh, right here?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Why doesn't that have a description?
Because you don't have one. You
That's
just
what she's
Cleo
talking
the
about.
Great Dane is not a description. It's just the title of your playlist. I didn't know about that until somebody was doing a channel review on me and they called me out on that one. I don't know if it makes a difference, but
It does, because that's part of the keywords that it's searching for, because it'll search for that description too. When
No,
you're
I'm going to put Great Dane videos. How's that?
yeah, so then I went in there and added up descriptions to all my playlists.
There you go. So now you can see all of that's the new one that's coming. Spoiler alert.
Air Dog.
Great
Got
Dane.
air. Good title.
You like that thumbnail?
I can't see the thumbnail; it's too small. But it looks it's a cool title.
Smack.
Dope.
Sherry just beat up on Drew.
That's okay. I don't have any descriptions. I'm going to go through and fix all this. It'll be done today.
Yep, says, damn you, cake eater.
But you know, that's what's so great is because we all know different things and
That's we're
each other
learning.
out. Yep.
This is how we learn. Back to her channel. Did you want to hit like on my community? This is my community tab. This is how I talk to you guys. There's part of the thumbnail right there.
That's good.
I have more stuff than you do on your tab.
On what?
Said I have
What
more
do you-
stuff up there.
How do you get more stuff?
I have the community tab. I have the join my community, and I also have the buy a t-shirt.
I didn't get any of that stuff.
Well, you don't get that till 10,000.
Yeah, someday. On channels. That's it. Those are my channels. About
See, why am I not there?
I'm not up there either.
there's my
I'm not
about.
cool enough. I'm not one of the cool kids.
We are weekend warriors with a travel bug for sure. Please join us in our RV or car and and come along with us. We travel around Southern California to different RV parks, film them for you. A lot of we's and you's.
News.
Social media.
Well, Naomi,
Back
the
up.
channel looks good. She said,
Yeah, you
"Thank
don't
you for
have
the
the
channel."
You don't have the subscribe button up here either.
Up here?
No, yeah,
Nope.
I recommend that wholeheartedly. The more places you can get somebody to subscribe, the better.
I don't even know where to put it.
That's in your customization.
The one
That's
I
where you
just
can
clicked
add
on.
other links.
I don't have it either.
Mine does.
Where?
Where you can add your Instagram, your Pinterest, and all that other crap up there. I recommend just
Let's
putting
see.
your subscribe button up there.
Customize. Is it branding?
No, that's in your. Oh, I gotta find it.
I know.
Got
Every
it
time
right
I do
here.
it, I find it.
Here it is.
Mine says click to subscribe, and then back to where you can get the subscription.
But I don't see where it says click to subscribe up there.
On my channel?
No, on mine. I'm there. Here's all my stuff. Link on banner. First link. It's not here. Did I freeze
Wrong
again?
one. No.
Mm-mm.
Layout.
It's this one. There. I gotta find it. Where did I put that?
I'm trying to find where you add that.
Yeah, it would be nice.
I forgot where it was.
I'm looking.
Oh, I found it. So it's in your
Where?
studio under the basic info. So go into your.
Yep.
And then it has links, and then there's Instagram, Facebook,
Hang
add
on.
link, and that will put it to the top.
Oh, it's on basic info? I was just there.
Basic info, and then you
Okay,
go
hang
down
on.
to links.
Hang on.
You can add links. You can take stuff away. Contact information. Click to subscribe is what I titled it, and then I put the link to the subscribe.
Shoot,
next.
I just customize channel.
Yeah.
Okay, and then
Basic info. It's the third tab.
basic info.
Yep. Layout, branding,
Yes.
basic info.
Okay, and then where?
And then scroll
You come
down to
down.
links.
It says links on banner.
Yep.
Yep.
And then just click what? First link?
Add a link.
Add a link.
Click to subscribe.
I don't see add a link anywhere.
It's a big
Oh,
plus
add a
sign.
Where does it say click to subscribe?
You got to type it in where it says title,
Okay.
and then you're going to put the URL to your subscription. And if you don't know where that is, go up here and hit the subscribe button. I usually do it with another account. I go up and hit subscribe, and it'll take you over and confirm it. Or you can go to Biddy and use a condensed version of it. That way you can
Right
track
there.
it. And that's the same URL that I use in my descriptions for click here to subscribe.
Right.
And it's the
And
same
do I
one
have
I
to
use.
Do I have to put a link on the banner?
Link on the banner. No. Once you add it, once you've completed that, it automatically add it.
Yeah, but it'll ask you, if depending on how many you have, you want the first 5 to show up? Do you want the first 2?
I put all 5, but I don't have 5. Yep.
Yeah, I put all
See,
5.
it's not on there. I don't want the 5 up there. I just want 1.
You have to create 5. You can set it to 1. You can set it to 2. You can set it to none.
Here, no, I figured it out. I'm going to do this. Watch.
You can do them all YouTube?
Nope. Watch
That's
this.
why I've just done 1.
I don't, on my banner, I don't want to take people, there it is. I don't want to take people away from my channel.
Yep.
From the beginning. So all I want on my banner, as I agree, is click to subscribe. That's it.
And I agree.
Because now they have to go into the About section, come down here, and click on my other social medias to leave my site.
Yes. I agree. YouTube wants you to stay on YouTube. They don't want you to go somewhere else.
Correct.
That's why I minimalize it by putting just subscribe to me, and there you go. But that's another avenue that somebody can quickly come to your page, hit the subscribe button, and if they leave right off the bat, at least you got the subscriber.
Yeah.
So
that's it. Let's see. I can't believe my stream is holding. Okay. Oh, Linda Barker's here. Hello, Linda. Going Green Mom. Hello. It looks like maybe we're getting a raid.
Ranger Rob.
Is Ranger Rob in here? Oh.
Yeah.
Hey, Ranger Rob. What's going on?
Just got a text from him the other night asking for some help with some more graphics.
Yeah, if you need some graphic work done, ask Aaron. He'll help you out.
If I can. I might be moving, or I will be moving, so it's like I had to postpone on signs for a little bit.
And if you don't have any, you should go over to Amazon and get yourself some Ranger Rob poopy bags. Great Dane tested, Great Dane approved. Go over and get you some Ranger Rob poopy bags today. There you go, Rob.
Poopy bags?
Yeah, he sells
poopy bags
with handles, and they're scented, and they're really good.
And they look just like this.
Yes,
in
they
case
do.
You don't have them. Just like that. And they are scented.
Dog.
I told you I knew him. What's up, Rob?
I'll plug Rob once in a while on my videos and stuff. I like Rob. I have no problem with Rob. He's a good guy. He's a nice guy. He's moved to work.
Yes. On a homestead.
Yeah. Look at that guy.
Yeah, that's a goofy looking dude. Especially his glasses.
So sexy. So does anybody, I mean, we kind of went through an hour. Should we, it looks like maybe we should back this up a little bit, but I don't want to get too late. What time is it?
An hour and 8 minutes.
Yeah, we could start this at 6 and 5 if you want to. You want to go later so people actually come?
I don't care.
Yeah. Like, how many do we have in the channel right now?
You want to bring Rob up and we can talk to him for a while?
We could. I could bring
You want to come up, Rob? 909. What is that?
You guys want to meet a living legend in his own mind?
That's what time it is right now.
Oh. Is it? It's 8:10 is what I got.
It's only 6 o'clock.
Well, East Coasters.
The real coast.
Oh, Going Green Mom says you asked the time.
Oh.
So how's everybody doing? I heard you guys went into some. I need to know because the three of us really want to teach, and we really want to help the community grow and grow the correct way. None of this friend for friend garbage or sub for sub garbage or any of this stuff like that, huh?
Can you stop sharing my page?
Yeah. Sorry.
There. Thank you.
Better?
It's
I was
more
just giving you
personable this way.
Hey, dude, I was just giving you some advertising.
There's Rob.
There's Rob.
Thank you.
Better?
It's
I was
more
just giving you
personable this way.
Hey, dude, I was just giving you
Maybe.
some advertising. Nope, you got to mute YouTube, Rob.
I am. Sorry, I wasn't moving fast enough.
Long time no see.
Hey, how's it going?
I remember back in the day when it was just you and I doing live streams.
I know, back when it was kind of new. Yeah, it was kind of neat. You guys got hooked up together.
Yeah.
You and Papa Drew. Let me get my mic all set up here. Anyway, yeah, so good to see everybody. I haven't met Sherry, though. Hi, Sherry.
Hey, Ranger Rob.
Oh, whoops.
Rob's wife's name is Sherry, so you have something
Yeah,
in common.
sounds funny saying that. So, what's the subject matter tonight? I know you're talking about SEO.
We are doing how to grow your YouTube channel the correct way
Oh,
without doing sub for sub and friend for friend and all that garbage. How to actually build a YouTube channel from start, middle, and end and make it strong, successful, and viable.
so my first recommendation, Aaron's mastered it. You have to be anal attentive.
Okay.
I remember back when you went through every one of your thumbnails and redesigned them all, which paid off big time.
Yes, it did.
Yes, and so
Rob's
Aaron,
been with me since I was like at my first 300 subscribers. So
yeah, and he's absolutely right. And unfortunately, not everybody is quite as attentive. My wife would be, but I'm not. But once he got the basics of making good banners, good thumbnails, things like that, he applied it. He went back on every video and changed them all out, which is very impressive, and it takes a lot of work. And but he got a result from it. I mean, I saw his channel grow quite significantly once you did that.
but like you told me, Rob, I wouldn't notice the difference until I went full time again. Wow.
Yeah.
Yes.
Doesn't it make a difference?
Yes, it was huge.
If I was, when I was doing videos or if I was just doing RV Talk Radio, we get a little bit here and there, and people still like the RV Talk radios, but nothing compares to actually being on the road. When you're on the road and actually, if you're staying within your niche. So that's where we paid the consequences. And as you see, for the last 3 years, we've been trying to redesign ourselves kind of away from the RV stuff, but not giving it up completely. So we merged everything together under the Ranger Rob brand. So that's why we're kind of changing, but now we're in a growth.
Well,
Yeah, well, I haven't gone full time yet. We're probably in about 10 years going to full time. Well, full time, part time. So we're always going to have a sticks and bricks to go back to. I don't think we're ever going to do the whole we're leaving and going down the road full time.
Yeah, one thing I've noticed is, I monitor a lot of channels and stuff, but you can tell there with this COVID stuff going on, how much inconvenience is going on across the board for everybody, whether you're in sticks and bricks or even RV. It's just a new world, and everybody's trying to figure out how to fit in.
Yeah, it's tough.
Yeah, and a lot of full timers ended up with the sticks and bricks.
Yeah.
I'm glad I don't have a sticks and bricks.
Yeah.
It's just.
Seriously, when you're dealing with the COVID stuff, the best place to self-isolate is where? In a campground. If I want to go outside, I can. If I don't, I can stay inside my RV. If I want to go walk around the park and not bother anybody else, guess what? I can do it.
So can I.
Well,
say there's no difference.
But you can't pick up and travel and go to the next place.
Yeah, but
I can still travel and still be within the sticks and bricks, not with being locked down to it.
Yeah, but I can plant a garden.
Okay, so can I.
That's
I'm in the same place for 6 months. I can go. Trust me. We've right out here. We had cucumbers this year. We had fresh tomatoes this year.
Oh, you're a camp host. That doesn't.
You want to play different?
I can drive over your garden and rob it.
That's okay. Come on over. It'll take you 4 days to get here. I'll be gone. Same thing with Rob. Sherry, I'm going to her house, so it doesn't matter. I'll be right in her backyard here in a few weeks.
Yeah.
You're gonna be
Sherry,
close to my backyard.
Are you in Florida, Sherry?
Yes.
Hmm.
Yes.
We're trying
So,
to work
Rob,
on
what
it.
are
Yeah,
your
Aaron
tips
will
and
be
tricks?
just a few hours away from us.
I'm sorry. What was that, Papa?
So what are your tips and tricks on doing SEOs? How do you go ahead and rank your videos? You've been at this game for a very long time.
Yeah, I mean, I've been playing the game with the YouTube thing. I always give the A grade to Aaron, but for me, I actually utilize Facebook and Facebook groups. So I've spent the last few years building up Facebook groups in different categories. So you won't just see, I may have groups in electronics. I have groups in radio stations and podcasts, and I may have another group in food, all that. So whatever kind of video I'm producing or I'm trying to push for other people, I'll push them through those different groups which are constantly growing. So I have some are just thousands and thousands of people, and then I have new ones I've just started, and it takes a long time. But over the years, I've now got these gigantic groups where if I have a video where we talk about cooking, outdoor cooking, I can push it towards the cooking side of things. If I do an RV Talk Radio, I'll push it towards the RV groups. If I'm doing something on a podcast or radio station, I'll put it on the radio station stuff. And so that's the kind of SEO that we've been doing. Well, if you want to call it an SEO, it's a different way of marketing.
Marketing is more like it, yeah. So YouTube loves to be on YouTube. YouTube loves the platform of YouTube, and it doesn't like to share or work well with others. So what I've found is if you leave your video sit on YouTube for the first 48 hours, let it cook, let it marinate, let it grow, let it do whatever it's going to do, and then you head over to your Reddit, your Facebook, your Twitter, your Instagram, and start sharing it out slowly. That way, you're going to see your views increase and gain momentum, and the traffic to your site is going to increase and gain momentum. And it's really going to get your information out there.
That's a double-edged sword, though, because if you do it all at once, then you're going to start promoting your video because you're getting more views, not longevity views. I mean, over time, yes, you're going to get more views that way, but they want that video that goes 1,000 people are watching it today. Boom, that's a trend. We want that one showing right now to everybody.
Yep.
Right. So your goal is to hopefully when you launch your video on YouTube, it goes to 1,000 people, and then in 48 hours, you launch it onto Facebook, where I have a big group. Rob's got some big groups. My group on Facebook now, Rob's over 1,000 people.
Sweet.
So I mean, it's yeah, and Aaron's. So I mean, this is where you share stuff out and you get your social media out as much as you can. And Aaron, we can do a whole show on that too. That's the next show.
Oh yeah, he's got me locked in for the next 6 months.
Yeah, exactly. We can do
my internet's bad.
We just got to find the right time frame to go ahead and do that.
Yeah, I think that's what it is.
Rob, if you want to have somebody interesting to interview,
he's interviewed me like 4 times.
No, I'm pointing to that one over there.
Hi, Sherry.
For the show, the one like where you interviewed me.
I had you on RV Talk Radio, I think, didn't I? I've had both of you on RV Talk Radio.
That's where she needs to go.
Yeah, just give me a holler.
Me.
He's pointing. You look like he's pointing at Aaron.
To Aaron, and I'm like,
he's already done me many times.
Yep.
Yeah, no, Rob's done me a couple times, and I like it. He's usually gentle, but now he
sometimes.
Can go over
just gets views. Just because I say something on RV Talk Radio doesn't mean I mean it.
So, RV Weekends would be an awesome interview.
When we interview or have guests on, we obviously stay focused on what they're doing, and the ultimate goal is always to help their channel grow. If we're doing independent shows, what we'll try to do is rattle people, and it's not even necessarily always something that I'd just bring up both sides of things, rattle people, and get the numbers up. And I'm not going to lie about it.
Yeah, he's notorious for the bad side of RV living and prompting people to think about topics
like
that
you-
he's discussing.
Like you guys always go negative against people that have home bases and live in homes.
I don't.
You just did.
I did because it's you.
It wasn't just anybody, it was you.
He knows what I'm coming from.
Oh yeah.
We banter back and forth
Well,
quite a
it was
bit.
it was really interesting. It was like I was traveling for a while. You're parked, and then it's like, when are you going to start driving? And then you finally have driven, and I park. And so it's like we've never been on the road at the same time.
And I was trying to get you to go down to Quartzsite last year.
Oh yeah, well, it was a crazy year. We had the caregiving issue come up, so that changed our lives dramatically.
So, and you're more than welcome to come this year. We have a whole bunch of people going to Quartzsite.
Yeah,
so.
this year probably not, but the following year I'm hoping we'll break loose to be able to actually start using the RV again and stuff. We have so much work going on here and projects, and we got a whole bunch of buildings to build and stuff, so it's kind of crazy. But that's done. We got high towers now. We got to do a greenhouse and finish a spring garden, all kinds of stuff going on.
I'm sure he's got you working good.
Well, that's her work. I'm just doing videos.
I got to go head to head with you against the Green Mountain Grill versus the Traeger.
Oh yeah. I just love my Traeger. I'm kind of glad I got an older Traeger, because my son-in-law just bought a Traeger, a newer one, a Timberline, I think, with all the electronics and bells and whistles, and Bluetooth. Yeah, everything else. Sherry's over here.
Hi, Sherry.
Yeah, so we got,
Hey, Sherry.
Drew, Aaron, and we just a new gal named Sherry, same name. And it's like, whoa, I know all these people. Anyway, that Traeger, they've been actually having some interesting issues. I'm actually glad I got kind of the older version that are the turn dials. It's not all that digital stuff in it. It's always been a great Traeger, but these new electronics, I'm not sure it's just unique to Traeger, but could be in yours too. But they can be fussy.
Yeah, I don't know if you saw the last video I popped with the review on the Green Mountain Grill smoker. If you haven't seen it, I highly would recommend.
I probably haven't watched it, but I did approve it you put it on a Traeger group. So that's another one of our groups.
I probably
it took me about 3 days.
That was funny because I probably get yelled at. Why is Green Mountain Grill going on a Traeger group? Oh, just to start shit.
Oh no, I put grilling on there too. There's nothing wrong with that.
But
plus, it was Drew. It was like, I got to make sure that you get recognized.
The problem was the 12-volt plug. The Green Mountain Grill, the reason I picked that over a Traeger is it's truly 12 volts. It's truly portable. It's heavier than a freaking battleship. The thing weighs 71 pounds. It's a tank.
Mine is too.
It's truly 12 volt. I don't need anything else. I don't need an inverter. I don't need any other bells and whistles. It's a 12-volt cord. I can plug it right into the cigarette or accessory adapter in the car and plug it right in the back of the grill, and we're
suck the battery dry.
Yeah, and actually, it's a really small power drain from what. So I mean,
you're happy.
We'll find out. Yeah, you're cooking your meat. So we'll see how that works.
We got to throw that in there too. Drew's always happy if he's got his cake.
Darn right.
Yeah, I'm gonna smoke a pie for Thanksgiving. I got 2 of these stupid smokers. We're gonna put a pie in there. I'm gonna smoke some pies.
Smoke a pie.
Smoke a pie. I hear cooking pizzas in there are pretty good too.
They have a pizza. I'm going to get it for Quartzsite. They have a pizza oven that actually sits inside the smoker, since it's wood fire, and you can have wood fire artisan pizzas right at your campground.
Yeah, if you go to Papa Murphy's, if you throw one of your Papa Murphy's right in a Traeger, they're delicious.
So I mean, this is kind of
good.
So should we go an hour later, everybody? Can we do an hour later? Is it too late? Or
it's only been 5 minutes.
Well, yeah, for you, but it's for them. They've been on for an hour and a half.
Oh wow! I was really glad to see everybody.
Yeah, it's fun.
I mean, an hour later is fine for me.
Okay,
it's just late.
I don't have to work tomorrow, so we're good.
So
Okay.
when you head
not
down to
not for.
Florida,
I mean,
Aaron?
I'm talking for future videos.
Okay.
Oh,
We're going to go down on the 14th or 13th, or the 12th is our last day. The 13th, wait a minute, the 13th is our last day. Turn in our keys and then head south.
wow! And you set up for hosting down in Florida too?
We're going to be the cleaning crew at a major resort down in Florida
Oh,
at
cool.
Fort Myers.
Nice. And how long is that? Well,
Through
you
April, and then we got invited back up to the Amana Park, so we're going to come back up next summer and be around family again. So we are looking forward to that.
Good deal.
So I know what I'm doing for a year.
So I got your whole year planned out. You've got
What
it
was
all
that,
planned
Sher?
out for a year now.
Got it. Yep, all set up.
Cool.
That's awesome. Did you hear? What is it? RV Daydream or something? They were at a. They're real big channel. They were down at a private resort, and they were
Yeah, I
having
watched
problems.
that video,
Yeah, with the HOA, and that was nuts.
and that's the first thing I did is I went back to that video and went, "That's not the same place we're going to, is it?"
Yes, because that's the first thing I thought when you said you're doing it for a year.
I thought RV living was better.
It is.
Not when you have a crazy HOA.
Well,
Yeah, that was crazy.
yeah,
But there
that
was
was
also
nuts.
dramatic people.
Well, you get that, and it doesn't matter if you're living in a sticks and bricks or living in an RV. You're going to have crazy people.
For sure.
Yeah, I can open up the window and show you a whole bunch.
The only difference is my neighbors leave on the weekends.
Then you get
And they
new
may
ones
not
who
come
don't know the etiquette of the RV. There's a great video for you, Sherry. Etiquette of the RV park.
That is a good one.
It's already been done.
500 times.
times.
Yes, it has.
How about
That's
winterization? I
gazillion
bet-
times.
Isn't it time for everybody to do all their winterization videos now?
Winterization, insulation, skirting, and the hoses. Yeah, you'll be seeing 10,000 of those again.
Yep. Like we've never
we
seen
don't
it before.
we don't winterize in Florida.
No.
If you want to, I can come down and show you.
No, we're good.
You don't need it, but he'll show you.
So
I'm not
Going
winterizing
Green
the
Mom
chair
asked
either.
a great question. Have you guys noticed a trend with subs from different locations? I think Instagram is funneling to my Facebook page.
That's because the two of them are linked. They constantly
they are
feed
together.
back and forth to each other. And that's what the competition is for YouTube. And why Facebook doesn't like you to come to YouTube page, and same thing with Instagram. They don't like to come to this direction. They want to keep you in their niche, and YouTube wants to keep you in their niche.
Yep, Instagram and Facebook are brother, sister, whatever.
Okay.
They're connected.
Oh, by the way, Aaron, have you noticed that we've done for over a month now, and it's not easy to do, daily videos?
Wow. Lucky
We have
you.
not missed. No, it's not lucky, but I thought I'd try it and see what it did with the algorithms, because a couple of channels have been saying, "Go for it, do a daily video," blah 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 blah. And it's like, okay, I'll try it. Now that we're settled down, I could actually maybe do it. So actually, we've gone over a month and have not missed one. Now, the only thing I don't know is if they include weekends, because we take weekends come. It's like, come on, I need a break. But anyway, we did do a series of videos through the weekends too, but we've never missed a weekday. And actually, when I actually went through the weekend, I actually launched a Easy Street and a RV Talk Radio to cover the Saturday, Sunday, and amazingly enough, it actually showed some impact. Just keeping those numbers up, and so we're actually seeing a good trend upward. Of course, we're now niche-y. We're now into the country life and not all over the place like before. But anyway, it was kind of interesting. It's been kind of experiment. I don't know if I can keep it up. It's not easy to do a daily video.
Well, there's people that try to do it for a year, and I'm like, that's insane. I could see
it's
for
hard.
a month, but ugh.
I mean, I can see if you're just vlogging and stuff and just doing it like a little 5-minute vlog where you don't really have to edit, just kind of, throw it up there and stuff. I can see doing that every day, but that's nuts.
Yeah, it's not that easy because out here, it's like we'll be showing us building something or using a new tool, or like this week we've got a new Dwight miter saw going in. Sherry's got a new
DeWalt.
Dwight. Um, Sherry's putting in a new separator in her fish tank over here, and she was drilling holes and using all kinds of stuff. But you got to all do all these different shots and stuff, so you end up doing a lot of editing, even if you're doing short videos, and it's a lot of work. But anyway, it's been interesting. It's just a test. But anyway, I know Aaron and I used to share little things that we're doing all the time, and you and I haven't had a chance to talk about what we've been up to lately in a long time. So I decided to throw that at you. Get your thoughts.
Well, life gets in the way.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Life gets in the way, and
Well,
then
yeah.
add COVID to it.
Yeah. Well, and since you're talking about SEO and you're talking about all this stuff, some of the times it gets kind of a point where I see it in RV, the big RV shows that are doing really well and have big counts and they're making good dough, all that stuff. But the other thing is, I think my problem is since I'm a creator, I watch it and I'm almost know exactly what they're doing and why they're doing it because it's all about the numbers and repeats. And so some of these bigger channels like the Odd Couple, is the Odd Couple? Anyway, a couple of these other ones, I watch them and it's like, I know what you're doing. It's like I'm watching the whole show and I just spend the whole time going, I know what you're doing. And I just can't stand to watch them because they're playing the formula perfect. And that's good. If you really want to grow a channel, they're doing, but they're the kind of people you go to an RV park and the first thing they do is break out a drone and you want to kill them. So I don't, but they got to get that perfect shot.
But yes.
I'm one of those people too now. So
yeah.
But that's not the first thing I do.
No, I usually try and get the stuff out of the RV, then I go break out the drone.
Okay, so 20 minutes.
But yeah, anyway, so that's one of the things it's not just RV shows, but when I watch the big ones, they tend to always have the same. They really do good jobs on their videos, but it's like, are they really RVing or are they just going around doing a show? And so
are they living?
Yeah, are they living the RV? I mean, that's probably why we've always had shoddy, not the best videos, because we're actually enjoying RVs and we will pull out the camera when we remember.
So take her.
Drew, mute.
Hey,
Mute.
I gotta go take a Great Dane out before it poops in my house.
I never heard it said that way. So we just had a terrible discovery. We have a new German Shepherd over here. She's 9 months old, and she's female. Guess what happened?
Yay!
Yay!
It's
Never
time to
had
get
a
her
dog. Or well, we wanted to wait till she was a year old before we had her spaded. But anyway, apparently it comes earlier than that. So I have a German Shepherd walking around with a diaper on. I think it's the dumbest thing I've ever seen. The poor baby. She looks so dumb.
The video.
How's Cinder doing?
Cinder's great. By the way, since we got her, we always talk about our dog. Sorry, Sherry. Okay. Cinder's lost 7 pounds and is doing wonderful. She's like a puppy now. The best thing we could ever do is throw her on 5 acres and give her a puppy to play with. And it's been good for her.
She misses her pool, I'm sure.
No. She doesn't have time for a pool. She's got a kiddie pool now. She can play in that, but they got this. I mean, I'm not kidding you. She's running around here like she's only a 2-year-old dog. Amazing.
Well, she's got somebody to show off to now.
Well, she can't keep up with the German Shepherd, but they play well together. But I was worried about bringing you've had more than one dog together, but I was kind of worried about giving Cinder a second dog. I thought she'd be really upset, but nope, she's fine. It was the best thing we ever did for her.
Just reading some of the comments.
I don't see any. How many views you got going on here? I don't have the other.
Is it on private or is it on? Because you can switch it.
You got 4 watching.
We've been having 4 watching for the last hour and a half.
Oh, it doesn't show up on StreamYard, does it? Okay, I wasn't watching anymore.
It shows you the timer
Yeah.
up there, and then you can see the comments. Go over to the tab off to your right.
Yeah, we're actually switching over to StreamYard after we get the studio set up again. Which
Giving
is
up on OBS?
No, actually, we use XSplit.
That's right.
We like XSplit, but I am going to bring StreamYard in for a month or so and give it a trial because I do some co-hosting with Hamilton Radio and some other groups, and they're using the StreamYard. It seems like it's got some cool abilities.
Well, it's nice to be able to bring somebody up and then have this conversation like what we're doing now, and you can do that up to 10 people. That gets really chaotic, but because you're stepping on everybody, it's bad enough with 4 people. Yeah, because they just step all over each other.
Yeah. Oh. How's your puppies doing, Aaron?
They're doing great. They're all getting older. Snickers is laying here beside me, sleeping.
All the same dogs?
Aww.
Yeah.
Super cutie. Sherry, do you have a pet?
I have a cat.
That's probably the easiest. Our cat traveled really well in our RV.
Very large, fluffy cat. You should see this thing. It probably weighs 3 pounds, but with all that fur, it looks like it weighs a ton.
Yeah. How's that?
Yeah, I think only about 7 pounds.
She's only how much does she weigh?
7 pounds.
7?
Yeah.
About 7 pounds.
Wow.
But she's a fluff.
I'm getting him.
So how's your wife doing, Aaron?
Much better.
Is her health doing better?
Oh yes, this was what we needed.
God. Oh my gosh, look at that cat. Where's her nose?
It's right there in the white.
The cat's missing a nose.
It's right there.
Is that a Persian cat?
Yeah, it's a Persian. That's a nose.
Okay. It's a piggy nose. She's cute.
Yep. Yeah.
You don't have a cat, do you, Aaron?
I'm allergic to cats.
Really? You have 3 dogs and a cat bothers you?
Dogs don't bother me as much. I get in the same room as a cat and I can't breathe and have all kinds of problems, respiratory problems.
So I was quickly on your wife. I know she had some really tough things going on before you got on the road. Is she getting past all that?
It's all past. She's working circles around me now again.
Good for her. Glad to hear that. So Sherry, are you in Florida now, or you just got there, or have you been there for quite a while?
Been here for quite a while. Yeah, we mooch stock. So we live in our RV.
Oh, sweet.
And we mooch stock.
We did that for 4 years, so I know what that's all about.
Keeps the costs down.
Yep, we pay. We live on in-laws or sister-in-law's property.
Gotcha.
So we pay their electric bill and.
So do you guys do work camping, or do you do hosting or anything like that, like Aaron's doing?
Sure don't.
Not yet.
We have regular 9 to 5 jobs.
Oh, she's doing the same
we would
thing
do
we
it.
did.
Yeah. So, so you're doing exactly what Aaron's doing before you got on the road, right?
Yep.
Aaron?
Yep. I was in a friend of mine's. He had an extended driveway, and we stayed there. Was all plugged in, and paid him like $500 a month, and I was working at Amazon.
Yeah. Well, that's a great way to save money. So you can buy a house and get out of that darn thing.
And now I'm going to a park that has
Aaron, like what Aaron does.
I mean, on RV Talk Radio, we actually take both sides of things. It's like we totally understand RV being a great tool for changing your dreams or getting your debt under control and all that kind of stuff. And at the same time, there's the extreme people that I call gypsies, and it's like we don't exactly support them as well as they probably want us to support them. But boy, an RV is a tool, especially like how you're using it. Oh my gosh, you can't go wrong.
Yeah.
It's a great way to keep things under control, take that paycheck and take care of debt and take care or save money for whatever you're planning on doing. It's above like way up there as a great idea.
Yeah. Eventually, we want a homestead, so eventually we do want to save the money, pay cash for a place,
Mhm.
do all of that.
Yeah, and that's what our channel is all about now is making that transition of going into being more self-sufficient is really our big goal.
Yep. That's
Yeah.
where we see ourselves going eventually.
Yeah, I mean, I think all of us are kind of waking up with this COVID stuff and food shortages and all that stuff. Are all going, maybe I should learn to grow something. maybe I should have some
Yeah.
chickens.
And
We should have been here for
people's
the.
jobs going.
What's that, Aaron?
You should have been here for the Doricio. That was even more exciting.
Chorizo. What was that?
That's that land hurricane that went through Iowa and
Sorry.
did millions of dollars or billions of dollars of damage to the crops and took out
Yeah,
almost every tree in the whole state, and it was
And that
nuts.
was part of that video you did when you're on your way to your parents, your
Mom's
mother's
house.
house.
Yeah,
That was a mess.
that's what it still looks like. Still looks like a battle zone, and that's been almost 3 months ago.
Yeah, I have a guy who does
Wow.
a syndication on Good Talk Radio that's in Iowa. I was telling you, and I think he's in Boone,
Mhm.
and so yeah, he was saying it's been tough over there.
Well, we got lucky enough that the Amana, it used to be a Whirlpool, was over here, and now it was the Amana products. They made refrigerators and microwaves and all that type of stuff. And when they were here, they built a big enough diesel power plant that when the power went out, it covered all of their needs over there, plus all of the needs of the Amanas were right where we're at. So it covered all of that. And when the lights went out, the generator kicked in, and we didn't even skip a beat. We still had
Wow.
power. We were the only campsite within 100 miles that had power. We had the only working laundromat that had power, and we were selling ice like it was going out of style.
Sweet.
So, and then add AKC weekend, that was crazy. We have 350 available sites in the park, or 450. I'm being corrected as usual. And there was 475. Yeah, we had 475 campers in the park, and they had estimated at 3,000 dogs within the park itself.
Wow. It's a lot of poop scooping.
You need to bring your poopy bags.
I needed more than poopy
told
bags.
Me I would have shipped some over to you.
I could have sold those right out there too. I didn't even think about that. But I ended up pulling a trash bag, and I'm talking one of those 10-gallon trash bags, the white ones, full of dog poop.
Oh, great!
Just of that, and then came back and did
do that
another
on our
one
5 acres.
that was the same size with dog hair.
Oh,
yeah, I had enough there to make several dogs or cats, however you want to look at it. But other than that, they had a lot of cancellations here. We were supposed to have an event every weekend here, and the major one was AKC, and then we just got done with a modified Oktoberfest, which was basically us having a beer trailer and having happy hour here for a couple days, and they made some good money, but it's not near what it was supposed to be like because of the COVID.
Hey, Drew.
Hey, welcome.
We're
sorry about that.
We're gearing up for next year, and hopefully we won't have the same issues through the end of the year, and things will get better.
What's that noise?
It's your stereo. It was fine till you came back. Your dance party.
A copyright strike? Am I need a copyright strike for that?
It could.
It could be. Is that going to get me copyright strike?
Probably. It's just
awesome.
It's over here, so you'll be fine.
It won't be.
Yeah, it is. It's you.
It wouldn't be a strike. You'd probably just get demonetized.
Not even monetized.
I'm not even monetized.
Oh.
Got 30 subscribers on this channel.
Yeah. It's the other channel.
Oh, is this a new channel?
Hmm?
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't know that.
This is where I just do live streams. What is Sherry doing?
She's relaxing.
She's laughing. She's watching something. She's just hanging out.
So,
Or just
No.
you didn't come back with a poopy bag.
so
Robert had music playing in the shower, and you could hear it.
That's
That's why I
Robert.
switched and put the
oh,
headphones.
that was hers. Okay. So, Drew, why did you, since you're talking SEO on this show, why did you create a new channel?
Because this is my live stream channel and Papa Drew is my content channel. So Papa Drew's where I do all my videos and content, and everything gets pushed over there. The RVers Live is where we teach and do live streams, and all that content is pushed over to this side of the house. So in other words, people who subscribed for Papa Drew for the videos, for the how-tos and stuff, they didn't subscribe to learn how to build a YouTube channel.
Yep.
And this channel is for how to build a YouTube channel, how to do all that kind of stuff. So my subs over there are not going to want to be interested in this stuff. They'll unsubscribe because they don't care. They want content. This stuff over here is for people who want to subscribe and actually learn how to build and grow on YouTube the right way.
Yes. We talked about it. I've talked about it with several people, and it's trying to set up another channel because you have to, because it's just too many conflicting people watching. It's just too conflicted. And that's what we came up with. Drew and I sat down, talked about it many times, and then he finally pushed the gun, pulled the trigger, and here we are.
Yeah. Now I just got to give Aaron all the rights to the channel because it's our channel. We'll go from there. We'll see where it goes.
Well, just remember us little people when you get famous.
We do. I have stuff somewhere. I'm out of cards and poopy bags, but I do push you.
I know, I just teasing. Yeah, I've done the separate channel stuff all the time because we got different shows and like Paradigm Chimes. I think I had Aaron do some graphics for, and all kinds of. We have like 9 channels, and it's like, gosh, to get those other channels monetized. Oh,
Yeah, I need that updated box with the actual Ranger Rob stuff that I did for you.
we
the old one.
we haven't got those yet. That was the first design, and then second design we still didn't have your logo at the time, because remember, it takes development time takes 6 months before you even get to the market. So we didn't have the Ranger Rob Poopy Bags logo when we were designing the boxes at the time. That was actually quite a ways back. So it took.
I was still in
a long
Washington.
process. Yeah, it was it's a long process. And of course,
Aaron,
considering we bring our product from overseas, it's like when we're ready to restock, we're not sure how smooth that's going to go.
What's that, Sherry?
do you do logos?
Yes. I've done,
Uh,
I think, 3 or 4 for Rob.
Yep.
We'll talk. You're just across the street.
I just said it in a private chat.
Oh.
We
Mhm.
lost Drew.
We lost Drew again.
We can help you.
Is he using a discount internet service? Like me?
Yeah. California Bell.
Yeah. It's like, another brownout.
Yeah. He's been
Yeah,
having
that's been a
issues
battle.
for weeks.
You get out in the homesteading world, boy. Talk about it's the same problem with RVers as dealing with the internet. It's not like we have Cox anymore and have that really high speed stuff anymore. So we're using a very unique system I've never used before, and it seems to be holding up. But we did have some problems.
Yeah, mine's never perfect. All right,
Since I
Papa
switched-
Drew, I'm going to hop off of here.
Since I switched mine's been rock solid. So
Yeah, and you guys have had a long day, so I just happened to be lucky enough to catch your stream today. So apparently I subscribed because you were showing up on my screen, so I'm glad I did. I think I saw you guys on once the other day, and I noticed the subscribe button was red. And I'm going, why is it red? I'm subscribed to Papa Drew, but it turns out you had a new channel.
except he's froze again.
Yep.
Oh,
He's got that serious look on his face, like I'm lost.
So we need to all drop off and just let it'll just keep running.
I like
Oh,
it. I like how you think.
Poor guy. Oh, and now he's really gone.
There it goes.
Oh, he'll be back.
Maybe.
We'll give him one more chance, and then we can all leave him. He'll get on and like, we all got to go. Poor guy.
So yeah.
He
Well,
comes
it's
back.
good. It's nice meeting you, Sherry, and we definitely need to catch up with you, Aaron. In fact, it wouldn't hurt to get you on
Absolutely.
RV Talk Radio again.
Could do that.
Because I think we talked about your hosting a little bit on the last show, but it was like a year and a half ago.
Yeah, now I'm on number 3, so.
Yeah, so you probably have some good war stories.
Oh,
I'll be nice and not badmouth any channels until the next edition.
okay. Yeah, I got some stories.
A lot of knowledge.
Me and Line Screw kind of work hand in hand lately.
The worst internet problem.
Like he's froze again.
Hey, it moved a little.
When was it? Yes. Was it yesterday? He kept having problems, and we just all freeze. He'd come in, and we're all frozen. And he's like,
Really,
"Is this working? Are you guys all frozen?"
we should all hold our hands up like this. It's like, yeah, we're not frozen, really.
He moves a little bit. He moves a little more.
Oh shit! Hey guys, I'm gonna pop off because I did not. I think I have chores to do. Of course, I haven't
Sherry's over
cooked
there.
dinner
Going,
either. I'm not being real good Sherry's
I
bitch
have
today.
bed.
Yeah, your divider looks great.
All right,
We'll put
I
that
am
in the
hopping
video.
off.
Yeah, I'm gonna head on too. Good to see y'all. Papa Drew, I hope he gets back on. But thank you for inviting me.
I'm gonna sit here and talk to myself until he comes back, I guess.
Yeah, I wasn't
got
planning
this.
on doing any show today, so I got to get going. So anyway, take care, guys. Nice to meet you, Sherry. Aaron, good to see you.
Nice
Give me
to
a call
meet you,
sometime, Rob.
Rob.
I hope Drew gets his internet going. So take care, guys. Bye.
There he comes. There she goes. All right. So now that you're back, everybody else has gone home.
All right. I think
We're on the 2-hour mark, so I think we've over accomplished
Right.
our goal for tonight.
thanks for
And next week we'll work on the closed captioning. And then after that, you're going to be on your
Appreciate
own
it,
until I get to Florida.
tomorrow.
So we will catch up with you later. Give me a call later in the week, and we'll figure out what we're going to talk about.
If I can get the damn. Yeah, we'll do. Thanks, everybody. I love you.